If you've ever done any amount of networking, you know how this goes. Whether it's in person or online, you collect the information, maybe swap business cards, put your details in the chat, and then you walk away and nothing. Unfortunately, the follow-up is the biggest missed opportunity in networking. And networking, for those of us that do it, is critical. So I've developed a system to fix this problem. And that's what I want to show you here today. So I'm going to walk you through an automation that I created specifically for networking events. And I want to give credit to someone who gave me the idea. I did see this idea and got inspired by this concept presented by Kayla Love on the GoHighLevel channel. She did a YouTube video with the GoHighLevel people. And she talked about what she did for musicians and what she did for certain type of in-person events. And I wanted to take this and combine it with a concept of a digital business card that I had been playing with. Added a few tweaks to make this work a little more for business professionals. And I have another version actually for public speakers and on-stage performances as well in that space. But today I want to focus on how you can use this for networking. And I want to show you how it looks from the front end as you're actually networking. And then I'll give you a behind the scenes look at how I actually built it. And that way you could actually build it yourself as well. Quick little note. If you're a user of Marketecs Engine or you're one of our affiliates, you can get this for free. If you're not yet, there are links down in the description and all the details on how you can get it. Let's take a quick look at how this works. First of all, you're going to have what I'm calling a digital business card. This is going to be AI generated in one sense, but it's also going to have a QR code on it that people can scan. And it's going to be very visually appealing, and mine looks like this. Okay, so you can see how this is AI generated. You can see how this is a picture of me and it's all my details. However, it's got the QR code on there. Now, I'm going to give you the prompt and everything you need to create your version of that digital business card. But what I really also want to show you is what happens after somebody scans it. So that looks nice. You have that digital business card on your phone. You show up to a networking event, you flash your phone, someone takes their phone and they scan it. Or you're at a virtual networking event and you put that image in the chat. That is going to get so much more attention than everybody just dropping their links that people have to click on. And what happens on the back end is when they scan the QR code, they go to a form. Then they put in their basic information. And I did set this up as a two-step process that's optional because I wanted to get really minimal information on step one and then dig a little deeper on step two. You could change that up if you would like to. You can make whatever edits you want to this after the fact. This is just how I set it up for me. I have a step one, collects very basic information, and then step two digs a little deeper. Regardless of what they choose, one or one and two, they get to the same thank you page. Then they get an email, or you could send them an SMS follow-up with your vCard attached so that they can download all of your contact details, all of the details you want them to have, right into Outlook or right into their phone or wherever it is that they open that vCard. And that is so much more valuable than just giving them your links in a chat or handing somebody your business card that's probably going to get tossed in the trash. Because now you can control all the information that they get. You could give them not just your name and email and phone number. You could give them your scheduling link. You could give them a link to your latest freebie or lead magnet. You could give them any information you wanted in that vCard. So I have scanned the digital business card on my phone. I'm going to walk you through what it looks like when I fill out this form, what comes up after I scan that QR code. All right, so you can see here that I am on the Marketecs website now. I am on a form. I have put in my contact information. You can see it asks for name, email, and those are the only items that are required. Then it goes to business phone, which is optional. The next thing it has, which is an interesting concept, is that you can upload an image basically to remind you of where you met the person. Because if you're meeting a lot of people or doing a lot of networking, this could actually be key. This could be the event. This could be a selfie you take with somebody. This could be a really key piece of information right here. And you're actually going to get this added to your CRM as the receiver. So as the person sending it, I have the option. I could upload my headshot here, my logo. I could upload anything I wanted to remind you of who I am. And then you get any other details. So maybe I want to put a note in here that says, I sell insurance, or I'm a mortgage lender, or whatever my title is at this point, because it's very basic information. Or maybe I want to say something like, I was interested in your XYZ services. So you have this other option here. Then you're going to go ahead and click the consent, say you're not a robot. Apparently, I'm going to have to verify crosswalks, which is great. All right, I guess it believes me that I'm not a robot now. I'm going to hit submit. All right, and you can see now I have thanks for connecting. And I'm now actually on form 2. Like I said, I built mine to have a step 1 and step 2 because I wanted to collect a little bit more information if somebody was willing to give it to me, but I also didn't want to scare anybody away. Name and email were just fine. Now I have thanks for connecting, and here's a few more things that I'd love to know about you. But I also have I'd rather not, just click here. So I'm asking now for company name, title, website, LinkedIn, their state, because there is some restrictions on SMS depending on what state you live in now, industry, what they might be interested in, etc. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just click the I'd rather not option and move on to the thank you page. This now says, thank you for connecting. I look forward to staying in touch, and I can download the vCard. I'm downloading my own vCard, but you get the idea. I also have all the links to social if somebody wanted to just go and click on those. I'm going to go ahead and download my vCard, and you can see here, this is all the information that it's going to add to my phone, in this case about myself, but if I was networking with someone, they would be adding all of this information to their phone or to their Outlook contacts about me. Then on the back end, there are some more things that are happening. In my CRM system, the person that just scanned my QR code and filled out that information, they actually went into a pipeline. Depending on what actions they took, did they just scan the QR code? Did they scan and fill out Form 1 and Form 2? Or the next step would be, did they book an appointment? For the person that scanned the QR code, that's going to come as an offer in an email. In addition to immediately getting my contact information, now the person that scanned my QR code is going to get a follow-up email within a certain amount of time, or a follow-up SMS. You can customize the cadence at which you choose to communicate and the methods. But they can get some follow-up and they can get an offer. Maybe it's a discount on something you're doing. Maybe it's an upcoming event that you want to let them know about, or maybe it's just an offer to book an appointment. And this is where a lot of this can be customized, and you can build your pipeline stages and automations to figure all this out and move everybody through seamlessly without you actually having to do any work on the back end. Let me show you a little bit of what I mean by that and what that all looks like, because we have this whole system built out into what we call a snapshot. And because it's all in one place in GoHighLevel or high level, or better yet, our version called Marketecs Engine, we can build it as an entire template that works together. The automations, the landing pages, the forms, the pipelines, even the files, the vCard, all of the information is stored in one platform and it works together. So let's take a look at what the back end of this looks like. And like I said, if you are already a Marketecs Engine user or one of our affiliates, we can add all of these things I'm about to show you to your account. You just have to let me know you're interested. If you're not yet a high-level user, check the description below. You'll get a 30-day free trial and you'll get all of this for free. If you are already a GoHighLevel user, then no problem. We have an option for you to check the link in the description. Okay. In high level, or in Marketecs Engine, which is our system, which is where we have all of our templates, there is calendars, there are pipelines, there's marketing capabilities, there are automations, there are web pages, media storage, and all of this stuff works together to build the networking system that we have built. And where it kicks off is here under sites and under forms, we have the 3 forms that are embedded through the process. The first form that we have is called the Start Here. It is the Digital Business Card Networking Intake Form. This is an internal form for you, the user. When you fill this form out, it's going to give you the prompt you need for your digital business card. It's going to fill in a whole bunch of other stuff on the back end of the system. Then we have the 2 networking forms that are on those landing pages that people see. And if you decide to get this whole snapshot, I will give you all the instructions as a little mini course that will show you how to walk through and customize all of this. So you get the 3 forms that help you both build and deliver the system. Then you get the actual funnel pages. In the funnel, this is a 3-step funnel. Networking form 1, that's where the QR code goes. When you load up your QR code, when you design your QR code, you're sending it to this funnel page, form 1. From form 1, when they complete that, they automatically go to the next stage in the funnel, which is form 2. And these are all pre-built for you. Then both of these pages go back to the thank you page at the end. And that's where you're going to want to connect to your vCard. Your vCard and your digital business card are all going to be saved in your media files. So media storage, you're just going to upload your vCard and you're going to upload your digital business card once you create it. And then you're going to be able to use it throughout this process. We've got the forms, which are embedded on the funnel pages. And then we go to the workflows. And these are the heart of everything that we do in GoHighLevel, the workflows. All the other pieces, you're usually just helping these workflows, and the workflows are interacting and helping connect all the other pieces in the system. In automations, we have a folder for our networking system, and we have 4 different automations available in here to make this whole process work. Form 1, when that form 1 is complete, there's a whole automation built in here that helps move people through the process. And I've left little notes to tell you where to update things and what needs to be done here. But this is form 1 gets submitted. They get a networking tag, basically saying that they're in this process. There is the email that somebody gets right here. And this is similar to that thank you page. And it has all of these custom values, which if you fill out that Start Here form, these custom values will be predefined. But you also will want to go back through and just take a look and make sure there's not anything you want to edit or update. And it's going to have the vCard right there in the email as well. They're going to get access to the vCard on the thank you page and in an email after the fact. Or you could turn this into an SMS or add an extra message here and have an SMS as well. Then it has a little wait here to see if they're going to fill out form 2. We want to give them their vCard and any information regardless as soon as they fill out form 1. Then we do a little bit of a wait. We do an internal notification to let us know that we have a new networking contact, and you can change that. You can turn that off. Then we look for some of the fields that are required on form 2, and I would recommend you look at the forms and make sure the fields are accurate to your business. But you look at these forms and you say whatever one was required on form 2 that wasn't on form 1 is basically going to initiate to say, oh, this person is more interested. They didn't just say hello and fill out form 1. They gave us our extra details on form 2, and now we're going to send them a booking invite. And maybe you want to send a booking invite regardless. That's all part of your choice on this process. And at some point we add the newsletter tag and we put in an appointment goal. If they actually book an appointment in this process, it brings them down to this part in the system and moves them to that part in the pipeline, which I'll show you in just a second. All right, that was the form 1 completed. Then the actual pipeline automations. We built a pipeline in here, which it will make sense to show you here. If someone scans the QR code and they're already in our system, they will go there. Most of the time, people are going to land on the form 1 complete because that's really the first time they're getting in the system. So for the most part, this networking pipeline is going to be utilized as form 1, form 2, and then they booked an appointment. You could shift this, add additional stages to this, whatever works for you and your business. But you do not have to move people through this manually. We actually have an automation here that will move people through those stages of the pipeline. You could always move them on your own, but you don't have to. This first one is if they landed on a web page. So if they land on that funnel page, that form 1 funnel page, they're going to trigger this if the system recognizes it. If they fill out Form 1 or Form 2, they're also going to trigger this automation. Then it's going to determine, was it a page view, a Form 1, or a Form 2 completion, and it's going to move them to the appropriate stage in that pipeline. So that's how they automatically get moved to the pipeline, and you don't have to do it manually. The other thing that's included in this snapshot is your networking meeting. There's a predetermined meeting already set up in here, 30-minute networking meeting, and that's the offer that gets dropped into that email. And you could drop it into multiple emails after. But that has been our goal after we meet someone through a networking event, through a larger event, is to get a one-on-one networking meeting. So that's how this particular system is currently built out. In addition to the workflows and the pipelines and all of that stuff, this particular snapshot also includes custom dashboards. We've got a contact dashboard and a pipeline dashboard, as well as KPI custom reporting. And as I mentioned, you're going to get the prompt to build your own digital business card, or fun one like this. And you're going to get this Canva template where you can drop in your own QR code. You can edit that QR code. You can even change it over time. It's not a one and done process. In fact, you could build a new networking system for every event you attend, or you could update this particular one for every event you attend. You could customize it to actually put the event name every time. Hopefully you see the opportunity here, the possibilities, how you can stop relying on random follow-up processes and actually automate something that is so hands-on. And it still feels hands-on and personalized. Your digital business card couldn't be more personalized. And the process of getting them all of your contact information quickly, well, that's just a win. And then the icing on the cake is the fact that all of this information is automatically stored in your CRM as well, so that you're tracking all of your networking events, you're tracking all of your follow-up. This isn't just a pile of business cards on the side of the desk or in your wallet. Like I said, if you're already a Marketecs Engine user or one of our affiliates, reach out to us and we will be happy to load the networking system into your account. If you're not yet using GoHighLevel, you can join Marketecs Engine or become an affiliate of ours through GoHighLevel directly with the links down in the description. You'll get access to this as well as our community and a bunch of other bonuses. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this system. Feel free to drop any questions or comments. Also, please like and subscribe if you found this useful. And if you have any other use cases, I would love to hear how you plan on customizing this system or rebuilding it for yourself. If there are things that you feel like I left out or other opportunities for how this could be applied. And I took somebody else's system and tweaked it and updated it and added some things on to make it my own. I hope you'll do the same.